am using this plastic mask to recreate the party poison mask. I'm using yellow spray paint to put the color on it. So I'm outside and spray painting the mask, putting a very thin but durable yellow coat on it. So now I'm making diamond shapes on the eyes to replicate the black diamonds on the party poison mask. I am also using a nickel to make the circles on the mask because I'm terrible at drawing circles, and if I were to freehand them, I probably would have messed them up. And I'm using a Sharpie, so that will not probably be a good idea. I'm using black paint for the diamonds and blue acrylic paint for the circles, because that is the colors of what they are on the real party poison mask. When doing and painting the diamonds and the circles, make sure that you cover up these Sharpie lines because you don't want those to show. Also, you want to try and be as precise and not really make too many mistakes, because it will be a little hard to get that mistake erased from here, and once you put this on, it will be very hard to either spray paint or do anything with it. So right now all I'm doing is filling in the diamonds with the black paint, and don't worry, you can put as many coats on this. I ended up putting maybe 5 coats on just one because I put very thin coats and just kind of build up the coats from there. I also used a hairdryer most of the time. That ended up being like my number one go-to because it's easy, fast, and it makes them dry, so I don't have to wait maybe half an hour or an hour just for one coat to dry. I was able to put 5 coats on in just 10 minutes. You want to make sure as you're putting the coats on that you don't have too much streakiness, and that by the time you get done with your coats that you do not see any yellow coming through the paint. So now I'm starting on the circles. Mine look a little terrible right now. As I said, you don't want the yellow to come through, but it's okay to at first have it come through, but like I said, as you build up your layers, you don't want the yellow. You also want to make sure that you don't really go out of the circle and that you keep the shape of what you're working with, so that you aren't having to make too many corrections to what you're doing. Also, these paints that I got are from Walmart, so when making this mask, it's actually very cheap and affordable, because I know going online and trying to look for a pre-made mask can be pretty expensive. But honestly, I got these masks from Michael's. I got the paint from Michael's, Target, or Walmart. I don't know. I bought a lot of them. I have a lot of acrylic paint. And the spray paint is also from Walmart. It's very cheap and affordable to make this mask instead of pre-ordering it. And even if you don't have too many skills, like I said, I used the nickel, and I just traced the nickel with Sharpie. So I'm putting on the last coats, and now I'm making some of the corrections. I'm using some of the yellow acrylic paint that I have to kind of make the corrections I need and make sure that the mask looks kind of good. So I kind of made a little mistake with the Sharpie, so I'm using to fix that, and then some of the black got smeared onto the paint. I'm also where the stretchy band things that like kind of hold the mask to your face, I'm erasing those lines. So yeah, so I'm just putting a couple coats on top just to make sure that you can see. Now I'm putting white acrylic paint because it's kind of like a easy corrector, and I'm hoping that it'll kind of like cancel out some of the color shining through. So I just am basically putting a white coat on and then putting a yellow coat on top of the white so that it masks out the white and it's easier to have the yellow show through. And now I am finished. Now I'm putting on a gloss clear coat that will work to keep the paint on, and so that hopefully there will be no chipping. And you have your party poison mask. So today I'm making the Cobra Kid mask with red and black paint. And I'm starting out with a very thin coat of red paint onto a plastic mask. It is the same exact mask that I used for the party poison mask. It is a plain plastic mask that I bought from my booth. I ended up putting like 5 coats of paint, so if your paint kind of looks very light, not like the mask at first, don't apply heavy amounts of paint on it, just kind of do layer by layer. I'm on to my second layer. I actually put like 5 layers of paint. As you can tell, it's kind of already getting dark, so it all depends on what you think the mask needs and how much you need. Also, with putting this on, I've actually found out that the hair dryer is the best friend for helping paint dry fast. I ended up using the blow dryer for both of the masks when I was in between on the coats. So like I can all want to blow dry it for like 10 seconds and until the paint was dry enough for the second time. The blow dryer. Something on my third coat, or maybe my fourth. I honestly don't know. But you can tell it's starting to really come together. As you can tell, I'm not putting paint all over the mask. I am only putting where it needs to be, like if there's any blotchy places that really need. So now I'm just kind of cleaning up the mask, putting a little bit more red paint where I think we need it, and then on to adding details. Also, one thing is trying to keep your strings from getting paint on them, because you don't want them to stick to the mask if you also don't want paint on your strings. So just be careful with this. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the black diamond on the eyes. I am starting out by using a Sharpie to trace out where the diamonds need to go. And it's exactly the same as I did with the party poison mask, except the Sharpie was actually more harder to see. So if I accidentally made a mistake, it wasn't that terrible to clean up, unlike putting it on the yellow. So I'm going to start with some black acrylic paint, and I'm going to start to outline and fill in the sides. Like I said, with the red paint on, you don't need to put a very thick layer in your first, because if you want to always go back in with more paint, the blotchy sort of looking places. And also, you always can put more paint. You can put on layers and move it if you need to until it looks right. So I'm starting to fill in the like I said, I use the hair dryer on this video. And also, just be careful that you don't move too much out of the shape of the diamond. You want to try and stick to the shape and like so now I'm going to be putting the clear cover on top of the mask is